Alright, welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 239. Last week said that Kurt Russell was coming back as a soldier, and he gonna fight other soldiers, and he's gonna kill them all, sir. But yeah, Soldier. Yeah, this movie is simply called Soldier. 1998. Starring Kurt Russell, Jason Scott Lee, Connie Nielsen. Oh, yeah. Michael Chiklis, Gary Busey. Yeah, Gary Busey. Yeah, you gotta get the teeth in. Yeah. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, this movie directed by Paul Anderson, Paul W.S. Anderson. I didn't realize at the time, but looking back on it now, find out now, okay, you know, everything makes sense now. But yeah, this movie is it's a it's a sci-fi action film. Sci-fi action film directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, starring Kurt Russell. Yeah, this movie is very unique. That's all I gotta say. This movie is different. It is unique. It got some type of style to it. It's very interesting, that's for sure. Man, I mean, it got a look of modern day type of elements, but highly futuristic. But at the same time, it's just completely, absolutely unique. I mean, there's nothing I can say around that. But yeah, it's real cool though. This movie is real cool though. It's real cool to watch. I mean, yeah. even though it's like a modernized, it looks modern, but it's a futuristic movie, and it's set in space. It's set in space. You got interplanetary stuff to deal with. Hey, that's the science fiction part. But yeah, you know, yeah, set in, well, kind of sort of set in the future. It was dated in 1996. It's chronicling this particular soldier, you know, Todd, his name tattooed on his face, Todd 30, Todd 3465. This is Sergeant Todd 3465. His name, rank, and number. So yeah, it's chronicling this particular soldier's life from year zero from when he was born all the way up to year 40 to present day. And yeah, not only this particular soldier, but you know, yeah, from birth, he was automatically drafted. Yeah, they put the 1A right there on his not his crib, but I don't know what it's called, but yeah, from birth he's already drafted into the military. 1A right there. I mean, didn't have to worry about no draft test, nothing like that. But yeah, but yeah, you know, that's just how it goes. You know, grew up to be a ruthless. Wait a minute. Yeah, grew up to be a ruthless, obedient killer without any moral without any moral code of conduct. And any deemed physically or mentally unworthy are executed, as we saw in the during the training sequence. Yeah, there's always that one lagging behind. We got the soldiers running uphill or running downhill. Todd, he's the flag bearer for this particular platoon. And yeah, there's always that one lagging behind. Yeah, he wasn't physically worthy. So the uh, the commanding officials, they came up behind him in that truck, cut him off, and we didn't see it, but we heard the shot. They had to take him out. But yeah, Todd, as he was, we saw him growing up. We saw him become more and more distant from humanity and more closer to being the ruthless killer that they wanted him to be. Pretty soon, he became their best man. Their best, the best they had. So yeah, he was the one that was leading the charge in every single war that that was going on. Every single war he went through, you know, tattooed on him. And yeah, all of those veterans, they went through lots and lots of heavy shit. All of them. You know, pretty soon, now that they are set in between wars in this present day, you know, there's a new batch of soldiers that just happened to be brought up, and the commanding officer, Gary Busey's character, Captain Church, yeah, he rounded up the veterans, and we got them all lined up, single file. Yeah, well disciplined guys, let me tell you. But yeah, all lined up on one side, the veterans, and then we got the new batch of these genetically engineered soldiers lined up on the other side, you know, facing forward at each other, pretty much sizing each other up. Yeah, so yeah, we got but it wasn't, it was mostly focused on Todd and this new soldier, Kane. Uh, Kane 607. Kane 607. And Jason Scott Lee's character. Yeah, yeah. These two guys were the main focus. So yeah, they went through a few tests to see how good are these genetically engineered soldiers really are. So yeah, we saw that they're pretty good with physicality. They're pretty good with speed. Pretty good with endurance. They're pretty good, and they're pretty good with spirit, fighting spirit. Yeah, yeah. There was a fight scene on the climbing chain. King 607 and Todd 30, 34, 34, 65. And then yeah, two other veterans, because this this official, what's his name, Macom, Colonel Macom. Yeah, yeah. He thought it would be an unfair contest if his boy King 607 took on Todd himself up there on that chain. So he had he had two other veterans go out to climb the chain and assist Todd in this particular fight. And boy, talk about a one-sided affair. I mean, Kane whooped all three of their asses. And yeah, knocked down one soldier. He died on impact, hitting the floor. Knocked down another soldier. He hanging on the chain on the way down. And he was down to he and Todd. Todd is their best man, but Kane was the better man in that fight. But hey, at least Kane did not he wasn't totally unsided. He didn't come out that fight unscathed. I mean, you know, Todd had him in the choke. Kane bite down on his arm. Todd grabs his face, rips up, gouges out his eyes so bad. But Kane threw in a couple of elbows, knocked Todd down. Todd landed on the soldier that was already there, and yeah, it looked like he died in the fight too. But he just was just knocked unconscious with his eyes still open. Yeah, and I remember watching this boxing match a long time ago where this fighter got knocked out, but his eyes were still open. I mean, he was knocked out on the ground, right there on the ring, and his eyes was just still open. So yeah, it is proven. It is physically proven that you could be knocked out while your eyes are still open, knocked out while you're still awake. But yeah, all three of those veterans got their asses whipped by this one genetically engineered soldier, King 607. Yeah, so what to do with those bodies? Waste disposal. Yeah, just throw them away. They're nothing but trash now. Throw them away. Yeah, because they have been rendered obsolete. Yeah, he gotta use these. Gotta use these new guys because yeah, these old veterans, they've been through some heavy shit and they always got the job done. But yeah, these new guys, they never seen they've never seen any real action. They're just trained. They have no experience. But yeah, these are the guys that we're using now. I tell you, man, yeah, the more things change, the more they stay the same, huh? Yeah, the old man start the war, the young man fight it. But yeah, so yeah, Todd and the other two dead soldiers, dead veterans, they're in this waste disposal ship, get ready to be dumped out into this planetary junkyard, basically. And that's where Todd find his new life. He winds up in, on this waste disposal planet, which is inhabited by civilians. So yeah, he after they found him, they nursed him back to health, and yeah, he's gonna live civilian life. And here's where the most difficult part for him is. He's living civilian life. I mean, he lived his whole entire life as a soldier, fighting in wars, taking orders, giving orders. Well, never gave an order. He just taking orders. He gave command, but he didn't have to say nothing. You know, he was their best man, and now he's just an obsolete. Now he just rendered obsolete. He's the obsolete man. Burgess Meredith in the Twilight Zone. But yeah, he's inhabited by this family that took care of him. Yeah, he all healed up, and he's spending time with his family. That he just in a this whole thing was just too much for him in the beginning, and then he started to adjust to it. But at the same time, they couldn't adjust to him because his training. He's just too much of a soldier. He's in the community of family, children, life and love in this community, and yeah, he is working on the this huge metal block that was suspended suspended up, and he just working on this thing, getting some boxing in, getting a boxing workout in. Yeah, pounding on this metal block. Hands is wrapped, but he's pounding on this metal block. You know, getting those combos in there. Basically working on the punching bag. But yeah, while he's working on the punching bag, he pretty much got the flashbacks going of wars from the past. Yeah. So yeah, they couldn't adjust to him. So they kicked him out. Basically, they kicked him out. You know, Give him a good pair of boots, give him a good knife. They give him some water, warm clothes. Yeah, they send him on his way. And yeah, just when he was pretty much trying to adjust to normal civilian life, they kicked him out. So what happens to him? For the first time in his life since year zero when he was born, he he cries. He sheds a tear. And yeah, he sees this tear. He's confused by it. What is this? You never cried before. As a grown ass man or as a child. You never cried before. But yeah, he's shedding his tear, and boy, that's just the strangest thing that ever happened to him. More strange than trying to adjust to civilian life. But but you know, the next day, you know, one of the members of the family, they almost got bit by the snake. So yeah, yeah, his son, you know, who was who pretty much saved him from getting bit by the snake. He was slamming the boot down on the snake, and that was something that Todd showed him. But they didn't realize it at the time. They thought that Todd was endangering the boy's life because the boy in his backstory he got bit by one of those snakes and he almost died. So the boy con- pretty much conquered his fear of snakes because he knows how to get rid of them. He knows how to deal with them. Take a boot, slam down on it. So yeah, when Daddy O, when he saw this, he realized he and the council was wrong. So he went out to look for Todd, bring him back to the fold. But then here comes the new batch of soldiers on a on some type of field mission to get more experience in their training, I guess. But yeah, bad news come around. So Todd, he's going to try and rectify this situation. Lots of things go wrong, but Todd, he really tried to rectify the situation. So yeah, he grabbed you know, he loaded up heavy, grabbed some war paint, put it on them. Yeah, what he's gonna do? He's gonna kill them all. So yeah, using guerrilla tactics, he went in, took out everybody, every single one of those soldiers, the new batch of those soldiers. He took them all out, and it went down to he and King 607 once again. The rematch, the long awaited rematch. Now this fight scene, it was a brutal fight, but at the same time, it was no music. It was a little bit slow, but that was a good thing because it was realistic. It was very realistic. I mean, yeah, you got these guys going at it, body shots, headshots, slamming into car windows, everything like that. But yeah, Todd with his experience in battle, he's the one that came out on top. Took King down, choked his ass up, yeah, snapped his neck, and then he went after the colonel to render him obsolete. And the funny thing is, he went on the radio. He told him, "Yeah, your men are obsolete." Oh man, yeah, man, I tell you, man, yeah. When it goes down to it, yeah, it is 100% experience over youth that will always win, man. Experience over youth always wins every single time, you know. So yeah, Todd and a few other veterans, they took over the ship. They got rid of Colonel, what's his name? Colonel Macomb. They got rid of him and a couple of aides from Captain Captain Church, who was shot down by Colonel Macomb. So yeah, got rid of those three. These veterans, they show up. They showed up. They showed out. And yeah, this doomsday device that was supposed to be used on the planet. Yeah, it was used all right, but unfortunately for Colonel Macomb, it was used on them. So yeah, they the veterans, they made they set course to another place in the galaxy. Like I said, this is a very, very unique, uniquely interesting movie. Very uniquely interesting. I mean, yeah, you get the modern element, but you get a lot of futuristic elements along with this whole thing. You know, storyline is it's a bit unleveled, but yeah. But I'll tell you something though, yeah, Kurt Russell though, he he got into shape. I mean, this guy was jacked for real. Yeah, you gonna play a soldier, yeah, you gotta look like a fucking soldier. And this dude, man, I mean, yeah, he dropped weight to get back into his Snake Plissken outfit in Escape from LA 2 years prior to this movie. Yeah, he dropped weight to get back into the Snake Plissken outfit. And then, yeah, with this movie, yeah, this dude, he got jacked. And yeah, he was in shape. And yeah, he packed on the pounds, packed on the muscle in a way, got him some real good size. Man, yeah, like I said, you go play a soldier, you gotta look like a fucking soldier. And this dude, whew, Jesus, he ain't one to be messed with. Man, this movie though, yeah. Yeah, my ranking for it, man, my rating for it is like I said, he's uniquely interesting. The action is pretty good, as far as military action, military related action is concerned. You got your explosions and everything like that. Like you're going to get in a '90s film. You know, military themed 90s film, sci-fi action, military themed 90s film. But yeah, no, real good fight scene. The fight scene on the chain was a little bit better than the ground fight between Todd and King. But you got your redemption story as far as Todd's redemption was concerned. Taking on Kane and then beating his ass in the ground fight. You know, you know, Soldier turning the tables on the top ranking officials. Yeah, we can see that. Yeah, you can see that they had it coming. But yeah, this movie, it's a little hard to rank this for me. I just might go for 3.5, maybe 3.5 to a 4. A very low 4. A very weak 4. A very soft 4 out of 5. I'm going to give this movie. Yeah, that's my review, Jack. And I'm sticking to it. I gotta tell you, man, Paul W.S. Anderson. Yeah, this is some director. Well, yeah. Anyway, next week, man. Next week. Huh, I thought about it, and I said that I said that Shokazuki was not going to come back to the movie review series, but considering the fact that I'm going to get into some Van Damme action next week, Shokazuki is coming back to the movie review series. So yeah, man, Shokazuki versus Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's gonna happen. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, thank you for 100 subscribers. By the way, I mean, yeah. In the meantime, in between time, thank you for 100 subscribers. Let's go for 100 more. And this show is off.